Hey guys, Bulls here, and welcome back to another video. Today, we are looking at ideas that some people requested into the PTFS Discord server, and today, I'll be ranking them 1 out of 10. Let's get to it. Now, before we begin, please subscribe to the content every single day, and I appreciate only small percentage are actually subscribed, so seriously, please subscribe, also hit the bell for notifications to never miss an upload, and like the videos so we get to more people across the community. Let's get to it. So you have 25 ideas, we're going to rank them 1 out of 10. So let's go ahead and start with this one with Windows 10 Best Keys saying Presidential Game Pass would include the Air Force One and the Marine One helicopter. Instead of one Game Pass for the plane, I think there should be a combined President Game Pass. I like the idea, honestly. It's a cool idea. I do like it. I do think the Air Force One livery is very overrated, and not overrated, but like overpriced. And I think it should be limited still, but I think it increases the value of the Game Pass, and I do like it. I'm gonna give Windows an 8 out of 10. Spaceman Destroyer 723 says Kitech, please. I like the idea. I don't know where to put it, because if you think about it, the only climate that Kitech would work is Greater Rockford, and Greater Rockford, as you probably know, is condensed with airports, and it wouldn't make any sense. So are we gonna make a new island for it? I don't know. And honestly, I don't even want to know. It's a good idea, but it's probably never to be added to the game. 6 out of 10. Unoriginal Melissa's Tech Tips says DHC-7 would be a cool addition to the game. I already got to -6 and -8, so this would fill the gap. So I don't think the gap really needs anything. It really is useless, because if you think about it, you have your small aircraft -6 and you have the big aircraft -8. In fact, the -7 is basically a -8 with 2 extra propellers. Not really useful. 2 out of 10. Mad Chicken says a Zeppelin would be cool, and people are saying lag and blimp. No, it's completely different. Number one, I would say that it's not a blimp. The blimp has a carriage at the bottom with the balloon, and while the Zeppelin, you're inside the balloon. It's different. And also saying lag. If this is made as a Game Pass, it would be actually not that lagged. I'd say honestly, it would be not that laggy, because if you think about it, it's basically an Air Force One, but just different design. So I'm gonna give Mad Chicken an 8 out of 10. Jonathan says the Pelago P180. I think it's a good idea. It's a smart idea to add it. We need more corporate aircraft into the game. I think it's a good idea. We're gonna give Jonathan a nice 9 out of 10. Now we're gonna get to the BAE 146 in just a minute, but El Commit self-destruct. Besides that, please make El Najaf a commercial airport / military base, since right now it's the least used airport in PTFS. No, I just want to actually say that airfields are more useless. But I do believe that I like the design. You have 4. I don't know if you can see it. We have 4 gates at the cargo terminal, 1 ATC tower, 7 gates at the terminal, a fuel tank and helipad, and a hangar. I don't think it's gonna be like Mellor. Mellor is a good airport, but never gets used because of Greater Rockford. Same thing here, but this time we're implying with Izarani and El Najaf. It's gonna be a waste of time to do it, because nobody's gonna go to and look at the good work it is. I'm gonna give this El Najaf proposal a 5 out of 10. I do like the idea. I think this guy has done an amazing job with the idea, but I think honestly it's useless anyways. Swagboy1 says they add the AN-124. So many people suggested 225, but the fact is it's too big. I doubt it fit on most airports. True. But the Antonov 124 brings out the same effect, and also has 2 separate Ubers, so you can be more creative, and blah blah blah. And it should be a cargo Game Pass, meaning it would be great for cargo role plays, and there's not really any unique cargo only plane, which is, I'm going to debunk that, because the Dreamlifter and the Beluga are actual cargo only planes, unless you think that they're little cousins to the A330, which is the Beluga, and the 747, which is the Dreamlifter. But I do like the idea. I think we need, number one, Russian aircraft, but we also need to actually build cargo air. Cargo is very useless in this game, and I think if we want to rebuild it, I think it'll be great. Honestly, I'm gonna give this idea an 8 out of 10. Unoriginal, after that failed experiment with the -7, on my view, suggested the Canadair CL-215 would be the first water bomber inside PTFS. Ability to drop water, you add to the one. Let's look at the pros and cons. The pros: an air seaplane, cool design, cool livery, very nice. Dropping water is going to be the issue. It's going to be like the contrails. They remove contrails to reduce lag. And this water mist that they're going to drop is going to be the same effect as contrails. Lag. I do like the idea. I don't think it's basically useless without the whole water dropping in the first place. So I'm just gonna have to give this idea a 2 out of 10. But I think the concept for that could be better if PTFS wasn't that low end. Tilix LMAO says, what about a station mission that takes place at Greater Rockford and you can lend a FA-18 Blue Angels, maybe multiplayer? I like the idea. Again, missions are useless because nobody uses them. And yeah, the multiplayer thing is cool, but it's only like a one and done kind of thing where you do it once and you never do it again, right? I like the idea, but I don't think it's going to make a big difference long term. 6 out of 10. Please. Please. James Cubis 07 says it's the 727. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. No, let me actually rephrase it. It's not gonna happen until we have retro airlines. Until PNAM, we have TWA. Until those airlines get added into this, the 727 is never gonna happen because it's an ancient aircraft. And I don't think it would actually work unless you have to add those retro airlines. So, unfortunately, I have to give it a 3, but I do believe that once they added retro airlines, it's a great aspect to look at and actually to add to the game. Now, let's talk about the BA-146. We need it. We need it. I honestly can't agree. We need more regional jets or regional aircraft. The only aircraft we have is the Dash 8 and the CRJ 700. That's it. I think the Abro would be a great fit. And honestly, it would be great. I would give the Abro a 10 out of 10. Guest 0x5 says add a glider. Yes. Yeah, we need it. I mean, I don't think it'll be used much, but I mean, it brings another aspect to the game and increase it into PTFS. We want every single part of aviation into it. So glider is something that we kind of do need, and I think it would be great. 10 out of 10. Garrick324 says mark runways on a mini-map. Sure. I mean, it's a small minor update. I think, honestly, when you zoom in, you can see the runway markings. I think it would be great. Honestly, 8 out of 10. I'm Dolly321 asking a pushback tug. Again, we desperately need it. We do. Who wants to use stair trucks as a pushback? And honestly, it brings that realism to movies in PTFS and also brings realism as a whole. 10 out of 10. Destroyer says, Droop Snoop, where's the Droop Snoop? That's right, I think we need it. I think it's a small little feature to add to the Concorde. And I don't think it'll be animated because PTFS wants to make it a low-end device, but it's a cool idea. If we have flaps, we can certainly add the Droop Snoop. 10 out. There is Vision SF22 or SF50. Number 1, that's the SR22. But I like the idea. It's a cool idea. We need more corporate aircraft, and it's going to be the only single engine aircraft that in the game, which would be really, really nice. I do like the idea. We need more of that. I would give him an 8 out of 10. Nickname changed by Stack Team says add Boeing 707, 717, and 727. Honestly, the 707 and 727, again, it's not going to be added until we have those retro airlines. It's not happening. 3. Now, the 717, again, it's basically useless. It's basically, I believe, a larger version of the MD-9, or a smaller version of the MD-90. In fact, before the merger between McDonnell Douglas and Boeing, it was supposed to be called the MD-95, and Boeing says, oh, we'll just take it in and just rename it the 717. 2. XX Mateo says you can add another Cessna 2. No. 0. Butter the bread, please. It says add the London City Airport. I like the idea, but honestly, it's actually going to be better. Honestly, it's going to be bigger than Grindavik. It's going to be bigger than South Matona. It's going to be bigger than Mellor, especially look at the design. I would try to shorten the gate space, but I don't know where to put it. Maybe what we would put it, I don't think we'd name it London City, but I would put it on the Isarani Island. But again, I don't think actually it should be that big, and also should not be called London City. So, 6. Both Matisse and Matthews says you should add the E-175 or Embraer aircraft. We need it. We need the Embraer aircraft. We need it. I don't think the E-175 would be great. I would say the ERJ-145. We need another, a smaller aircraft than the Dash 8 400, and I think it's a good idea because we need these regional aircraft, like those 50-seaters aircraft. I think it would be great. I'm gonna give this idea an 8 out of 10. DC3 is not happening until we add Ancient Airlines. 2 out of 10. For the love of God, don't. Aeropath says Airbus A220. Yeah, we need an A220, honestly. But honestly, it's just gonna be a same old boring aircraft like the A320, A330, blah blah blah. 5 out of 10. Last suggestion by MacArthur, add the legendary DC-10. I honestly don't like the idea. 1 out of 10. Number 2 reasons. Number 1, we can't have that until we have retro airlines. Number 2, we already had the MD-11, which is basically an improved version of the DC-10. Why do we need to go backwards to add an older aircraft? It's useless. If it's even the same model, just improved. Honestly, it's like the A320 and the A320neo. People want the neo added to the game, but it's basically going to be the same thing as the A320. 1 out of 10. And that's basically it. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe if new. Guys, thanks for watching. So I see ya.